You're so quick to pull them receipts out on that man. You need to be pulling the receipts out on the enemy. You feel me? Come on now. I'm going to mind my business, though. I'm going to mind my business.
I actually was a part of a program where God just really seeded this ministry in me.
Let me tell y'all something. I done found me a keeper.
So Satan would love to keep you off the path through as you go through your purpose. What's up, my good sis? Welcome back to the Women Alike podcast. This is your host, your favorite host, Naquandra, and we are on episode 107. Today's title is, or topic is, finding God's purpose in your daily routine. This is going to be good. How to find God's purpose in your daily routine. So, one thing you should know before we even begin, what is a routine? A routine is your flow in which you get things accomplished. It's a system. It's a flow in which you accomplish your day in. So there's three different types of routines that are generalized through the population and what we observe in our day-to-day people and in our own lives, right? The first one is called a stagnant flow. This person works a 9 to 5, let's say, and they get up in just enough time to get to work at 9 a.m. Then they get right home and they either find themselves busy or tired and just can't find no space to get nothing done. These people likely say all the time, I don't have time. Ain't enough time in the day. I'm tired. I got things I want to accomplish, but I don't know how I'm going to get it done. They probably have some insecurity somewhere within them, and they waste a lot of time in the day. They miss out on valuable time because they're running everything by the hair on their chin. They're trying to get everything done, running out to go to work, running out to get home, running out to do this. They're going by the hair on their chin. So their routine is kind of, it's a stagnant flow because there's not much space for anything to be expanded on, if that makes sense. So that's what a stagnant flow in a routine kind of looks like. A person really just geared to the 9 to 5, and then when we get home, it's just running around doing everything else kind of mindlessly, or I'm too tired, can't do nothing, so on and so forth. The next type of routine is that autopilot routine, where it's get up and whatever comes. We ain't writing down no to-do list. We ain't got no planner. We just gonna go with the flow. That's an autopilot routine. And then the last one is a productive flow, a productive routine. The components of a productive routine is one that has an early start, and they start their day with intentional tasks, whether that just be get up and thank God in the morning, get up and do devotion, get up and journal, right? They do intentional things to start their day, and they don't waste their day away sleeping. As much as sleeping feels good, trust me, I know. But they're not doing that because they understand they got to maximize the time that they have in their day. They make sure they get adequate rest when they can. They prioritize self-care and mental health as well. They contribute to goals throughout their day, whatever long term or short term goals they have throughout their day. They make sure that they are contributing to that goal some way, shape, or form by way of taking the big goal, breaking it down into little tasks or little steps, and then placing that here and there throughout their schedule. Why? Because they use a schedule, they use a planner, they have to-do lists, and it is clear and organized and specific. They take care of their home responsibilities, and they have good habits. That is what is all involved in a productive flow or productive routine. So our question is, how do we find God's purpose in these things. How do we find God's purpose in a stagnant flow? How do we find God's purpose in the autopilot mode? How do we find God's purpose when we're when we're having a productive routine and we got the goings and we're getting it done? Generally speaking, just across all of those, I want to share with you that God's purpose is for you to fulfill the call on your life. So your routine is what impacts your efficiency in doing that. That makes sense. So his purpose is for you to fulfill the call on your life. Your routine is what impacts your efficiency. So Romans chapter 12, verse 6 through 8, it says, according to the grace given to us, according to the grace given to us, we have different gifts. If prophecy, use it according to the portion of one's faith. Then it goes on to talk about the gifts of teaching, exhorting, giving, generosity, leading, diligence, showing mercy, and cheerfulness. But we can just sit on the first verse in that. Verse 6, according to the grace given to us, according to the portion of one's faith. So we're all given a portion of grace and we're all given a portion of faith. And according to what measure God has blessed you with, that is how you used to do things in efficiency, with efficiency, right? So if it's teaching, do it according to the faith that you have. Start somewhere. So some people may be starting today and they realize they have a stagnant flow and they want to work their way up to having a productive flow. Some people may be starting like, oh, I am just a go with the flow type of person. I may be on autopilot. I need to start being more intentional about how I manage my time. So some of these components of the productive flow or the productive routine can begin to be adapted into your life so that you can find yourself more efficient in your life. Because I tell you, when you do not use a planner, you don't have a way to track your progress. When you're not scaling your goals, you don't have a way to track your progress. And what's good about our phones is we can set reminders in our phones. We can use notepads in our phones. Like we have a calendar in our phone. Like there's so many different tools that's just available to us on these little devices that we can use to start curating that productive flow that we need. A productive flow is one that works for you. It's not one that drains you or burns you out. Yes, it does encompass a lot in it, including self-care, getting up early, being intentional in the morning, going to work, taking care of loved ones, making up the bed, washing dishes. Like it does encompass a lot. But once you get into the flow of it, it's something that just happens seamlessly. And while you're filling out your planner, you're collecting receipts. So when you have those moments of weariness and doubt and hopelessness, like we talked about in episode 106, you have receipts to go back and reflect on like, hey, no, I've been getting this done. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. Satan, you're a liar. I rebuke thee in the name of Jesus. And we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to keep trusting in God. I'm trying to help you. So not only is your planner a tool to help you stay organized, to help you keep your receipts. Your receipts is also a tactic for warfare strategy. Because when the enemy comes creeping in and telling you you ain't worthy and you ain't did nothing and you ain't accomplished this and that, you can go ahead and give them one of these. What you say? I got my receipts. What's up, sis? Gotta interrupt real quick to plug the ministry. Make sure you use the link in the description to download our app to join Women Alike Ministry of Restoration. This is a perfect space for you to connect with like-minded women on a daily basis. Amongst other things, we are just in there, girl, having a good time. So if you're ready to join, use the link and we'll see you over there. Now we can get back to the episode. You're so quick to pull them receipts out on that man. You need to be pulling the receipts out on the enemy. You feel me? Come on now. I'm going to mind my business, though. I'm going to mind my business. So, we got that together. God's purpose is for you to fulfill the call in your life. Okay? And your routine is what's going to impact your ability to be efficient in that. So challenge yourself. I need a productive routine. Challenge yourself to do it. We need to talk about stewardship in this too, because stewarding over your time is super vital. It's true that time is money. Time is also treasure. Inexpensible treasure. Treasure that you cannot exchange, return, or get back. So you need to maximize the time that you have in the day so that you can be able to get stuff done, produce results in your life, see the fruits of your labor. You got a good 24 hours. It's not good to spend a third or more than that sleeping. You sleep enough. Get up and let's get to work. Start the day early. Get up and let's say thank you to the Lord for waking us up today. Get up. So the productive flow is one that aligns more closely with being a good steward of your time. That's good. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what do I need to add or remove to curate a routine that focuses or that flows with a productive mindset? What things do I need to add and what things do I need to take away? Do I need to take away the 30 minutes that I spend when I get home scrolling? Do I need to take those 30 minutes away and put something productive there? Do I need to take away the movie that I have to watch before I go to bed? Actually turn the TV off, go to sleep so I can get up an hour earlier and get my day started? Like, what do I need to add and what do I need to remove? Is it people that needs to be removed? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What do you need to add and what do I need to remove? The next question you need to say, all right, now that I identified those things, now what is stopping me from adding or removing these things? What can be a possible hindrance for me turning the TV off? For me not scrolling those 30 minutes? For me getting that person out of my life? What could possibly be a hindrance? And then who's going to hold you accountable? Or what do you have to keep you accountable? Do you have a planner? Do you have a person, an AP, accountability partner? Who's going to hold you accountable? Life is not a happenstance thing, and you should not live it as if it is. I know it's quite natural for us to just expect, as long as we are in good health and everything is good, that we'll go to sleep and we'll wake up and just get to try again tomorrow. But tomorrow is not always guaranteed. And that's something that, like, in my mind too, is like, I have to remember that the reality of that is that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Like, although I'm good right now, something could happen to me and tomorrow I'm not here. Tomorrow you may not be here. So we got to steward our time well. We have to create a productive flow in our routine that works for us, that is beneficial for us. So it has to include self-care. It has to include something about your mental health so that you do not experience burnout or overwhelm. But don't just quit on trying to create this routine because it's challenging at first, because you keep missing a certain thing, a part of in a certain part of the day. Make changes to it until you get it right. Make changes to it until you get it right. So here's your prayer point for today is ask God to give you or to help you organize your day so that it is conducive, meaning beneficial to the plan that He has for your life. So say, God, help me to organize my day so that it is conducive to the plan that you have for my life. Your solution is for once a week, make space in your day to sit with God up in a planner to brainstorm what your productive flow would look like. So, I mean, literally get a piece of paper, digital planner, paper planner, whatever you got. makes physical space in your home, in your car, at the coffee shop, whatever. Make physical space for you to sit with God and focus solely on creating a productive routine. A routine that is beneficial to you, a routine that is stewards well over your time, a routine that makes space for God, that has you organize, clear schedule, very specific task in it. You get to rest well. Like, sit with God and get that together. And then pick a date that you're going to implement, that you're going to start implementing it. And again, make changes until you get it right. Make changes until you get it right. And the strategy for today is just to book a one-on-one session with me so we can get in depth with what's going on in your life specifically. Right now, I'm talking to an audience, so I don't know specifically what you who are listening have all involved in your life to be able to say, girl, do this, do this, do that. Maybe you should try this, put it up here, flip it upside down. I can't do that. But you are more than welcome to book a one-on-one intention meeting with me, which is a 30-minute free discovery call, and we can get into it. We can certainly get into it. So I pray you receive this well. Now you go and be blessed.